Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the third part of budget planning series. On this part, I will be focusing on creating budget plan and following the budget planning cycle that being illustrated on the first video. So again, this is a budget planning process or the cycle that we need to apply through the system. And based on our understanding of this cycle, we made some setup on the system, like we have prepared some scenarios, we have prepared the stages, the allocation schedules, layouts, all of these things uh, were covered during the last video. So today we will go and create our first budget plan. We just created this on the last video, okay, but today we will be starting from this point till ending the cycle of budget plan and convert it to budget register entry. Before going on the details, I just want to show you some informations about the budgeting setup in general. Okay, so here, first thing I need to show you is, yeah, the dimensions for budgeting. So in this organization, I'm using department and budget code as a budgeting dimension. So this is first. Second thing, I have added 3 values on the financial dimensions of the budget code here. Rents, salaries, and utilities. So I remember that these were the 3 values we have agreed on the business case, so that's why I added it here. Now let's go back to the budget plans. And as I showed on the last session, I have clicked new to create our first budget plan, which is the parent one. And as per the process flow here, this step should be made by budget clerk, and this should be also under the stage of initial budget. So all I have to do here, okay, is to select the budget planning process, okay, from OPEX or CAPEX, then select the responsibility center, which is the department or the parent level, and then just write a name for the budget plan. Okay, so this is what we made on the last session. So once we have this done, I can observe here on the header that the stage will come as finance initial budget. This stage will come automatically based on the setup we made on the last session. Okay. So I added also here some lines related to the 3 departments we have explained or we have added to the business case, like human resources and information technology department, and also for procurement department. So for each of these departments, I have added 3 lines, 1 line for rent, 1 line for salary, and another line for utility. Okay. So we don't need to do this step manually, because simply you can retrieve here or generate the data from budget planning sources. So this step can be done manually, adding these lines, okay, or through by clicking here, add line, or through worksheet, okay, which will export this into Excel. So once you have everything done on the Excel, you can publish it back here. Or the best way is to go there from periodic and select which data source to get the budget planning data from. So in this case, I just need to get the last year actual on the first column. So all I have to do is to go there and select generate budget plan from general ledger. Okay. And here, instead of creating new budget plan, I can just replace existing budget plan scenario like this. Okay. And on the fiscal year here, I will select the last year, which is here on this case, 24. And here I can select also the periods from and to. So it will be from 1 to 12. I can also filter the data by just marking the account type like this. So if I click here or mark here beside the expense, so this will filter on expense accounts. But if I need to make more filters, I can click filter and specify which accounts to get the data from. Also here on the target, I can define different information like which budget planning process to be used. So in this case, we are dealing with OPEX budget plan. Also the document number in which this information will be retrieved or added. So here I have just one budget plan. I will select it. And also which scenario on this budget plan to be updated. Because here we have different scenario. This is one scenario, last year actual. And from January to December, this is another scenario. And total budget here is a third scenario. So we have to select which scenario you would like to update through this action. So in this case, I will select last year actual. So simply what we are trying to do is to get the data automatically from the last year to this column, which is last year actuals. So I don't have any data on my organization on this environment. So I have to add it manually. That's why I added it before recording the video. So it will come in this way. Once you click here, generate, so all the data will be coming here automatically. So once I have all the data here, okay, I can move to the next step, okay, by clicking workflow and submit. If you remember the workflow for the parent budget plan, if you remember, there was one step to activate the department budget plan. So now I can see just one budget plan here. When I click refresh many times, okay, I will be able to see the three departments budget plans coming automatically here. Okay, so let's go there and see the workflow history. And also from the workflow history, we can see the actions that are applied. Sorry, I'm not sure if the workflows are working here. So let me quickly go there and make sure that all workflows are working. Yes, fine, working. So if you can read this message, it's saying automatic task completed, activate associated budget plan. So if I go back here and just click refresh, I will be able to see the other department's budget plan, one for procurement, one for information technology, and one for human resources. But if I click any one of these budget plans, okay, I can see also that department last year actual scenario here is updated. So this is based on the distribution action we have created on the budget planning setup, which is this one. Let me remind you. Okay, so if I get back here, we have here one allocation rule to make distribution from last year actual scenario to department last year actual scenario. And we have defined on the workflow itself when exactly this action to be applied. So if I get back here to the workflow history, I can see that automatic task also is completed for distributing last year actuals. So that's why we can see these values coming automatically from the parent budget plan. Okay, so each department will open his own budget plan and just work on it, fill all the information. So let's do it now. So to do this, I can just write the amounts here, the requested amounts here, or I can click worksheets. That will be easier. And open this on Excel. Okay, so here I can put all the requested amounts. So till December, it will be the same amounts. Once everything is done, I can click publish. So the data will update it here. And the same step I will do for the other departments. So what I'm doing now, I'm acting as a department budget clerk or department, whatever the position who will be responsible for filling the budget. So this is what I'm trying to do. And fill the budget plan, the requested budget for the year. So I will take the data from here. Okay, now we have the 3 budget plans filled by department, by each department. So procurement department has filled their budget plan, also the same for information technology and human resources. So one of the things that will be good to know also about the budget plan is that departments can attach justification document for their budget plan request. So, and if you remember, this was one of the requirements, if you remember the business case, to attach justification template. So to do this, I can click on justification, create just a new justification, okay, download, and this will open a Word file. This Word file was prepared before. Okay, you can prepare it easily through document management. I can explain this on on another video because it's a common idea on Dynamics 365. It's not related to the budget planning. So once this template is done, okay, we can allow the departments to fill whatever justifications they would like to add here. Like I have added 10% more than the last year actuals. Okay, Also, they can add additional informations like tables, like pictures. Okay, so this will be the place or the template that will contain all of the information about the budget planning justification. So once this is done, also we'll close it. And again, from justification, we have another option which is attach justification. So once I click OK here, I can browse and select the justification document, which is this one, and then upload. So it will be attached. Should be attached here. Yeah, if you can see, it's coming here. And also you can attach any documents through the attachment button. So this is also normal. So once everything is okay, so now we have the parent budget plan and the department budget plans, as you know, and now we are on the step of completing. We have filled the department budget plan, and we would like to complete our work. So what I will do, I will go through the three department budget plans and complete them. Based on the workflow, these budget plans should be approved by department managers and by the budget department or the budget team. Another note here, if you can see the budget planning stage on the department budget plan, it's showing as department requested, and on the parent budget plan here, it's showing as a finance initial budget. So once the first approval step is made here, this stage will be changed to department head approved. This is also based on the setup we have made during the last session. So check, yeah, recording is working. So now we have reached to the department head approval. And now if they made any changes here, okay, if they made any changes here, so these changes will be saved, but in different scenarios. So if I change it this amount instead of 10,000, if I make it like 5,000, so this will be in a different scenario. And this is also one of the requirements that being explained on the first session. So I will approve it. And I will approve the others. Okay, so each department manager will only see his department budget plan, and he will be able to review and approve it. Okay, because I have access for all department budget plans, that's why I can see all of these budget plans. So now, once this approval action is completed, the stage should be changed from department requested to department head approved. So we will wait for some time. Yeah, the first one is changed, and the second and third one as well. Now we reach it to the third step, in which the budget team will approve the department budget plan. And here on this step also, they can go and apply whatever modification they need, okay, on the same way. So I will approve it on the same way. Okay, so once this step is completed, the budget planning stage for department budget plans will be changed from department head approved to department approved. This is also something related to the setup of the workflow stages, if you remember this one. Okay, now become approved. And I believe now it's the time to move to the next step. So what we made is actually what we have explained on the first video. We have created parent budget plan on this stage and then distributed that over the department budget. We have here 3 departments, all were distributed. So once we have last year actual distributed, we allowed also the departments to fill the month's budget request, and then department head approved, reviewed and approved the budget. They also made some modifications here, and finally the budget manager reviewed this department budget and also approved it. So we have reached to this step. The next step is to make aggregation again, to aggregate the amounts that have been requested by the departments over the parent budget plan. So let's go back here. And what I will do here is clicking complete. So once I click this action on the parent budget plan, so this will apply the allocation rule or allocation schedule for aggregating the budget back to the parent level. So let's now track the workflow history to see what is happening. Yeah, one note here to be taken in consideration. When you have a big data, this step will take a lot of time, maybe 1 hour. But in this example, we don't have a big data. That's why this should go quickly. And now here, one of the steps that being completed here, aggregate department budget. So if I go back here and open the aggregated budget plan, I should see the values. But I believe here we may need to make refresh, but here we don't need to make refresh. I can see all the values coming. So it's coming from the department budget plan, and this 5,000 is coming because this is also changed by department head. So the value that being changed by department head is coming here because in this allocation schedule, we have defined that this scenario will be used for the aggregation, not department request. We selected here department review. So the system will take the amount modified by the department head or the budget team and aggregate it on the baseline scenario here. Okay, so now we can see all the information on the aggregated level. So we reach it to this one. The next step that CFO will review and approve the aggregated budget. So he will go there and click approve. I believe here, based on this setup, we have 2 steps of approvals, not just 1 step. So we'll see. Yeah, there was 1 step for budget committee approval. Now we have reached it to the CFO step. So from here, workflow approve. And at this stage or at this time, the stage of the parent budget plan should be changed from finance initial budget to finance approved. So we will make some refresh till we make sure that the stage is changed. Yeah, now change it to finance approved. So this is the end of the story. The last thing to be done on this process is to convert this approved budget plan to budget register entry. So to do this, what we need to apply is to go from budget register entry, open periodic, then select generate budget plan from budget register. Sorry, not this one. Generate budget register entry, this option, and select the budget planning process. In this case, it will be OPEX, and select the document number. Here, I will select number 2 because this is a parent budget plan in which all department budget were aggregated, and the scenario that will be aggregated, for sure, this is the baseline scenario in which all the months are there. And on default date, I can just select 1st of January here. So this is like the budget register entry date, if you remember this field. So it's the same here. Also, we select the budget model like this one. Okay. And budget code here will be original. And that's it. Just click generate. Then we will receive a message here saying that the budget register entry is generated. Okay. Also, if the document contains huge data, this will take also some time. So let's go now to the budget register entries and see if something has happened. Yeah, now we have received the message. Budget register entry created successfully. So this is the one, it's number 4. And we can notice that all the lines were moved from the budget plan to the budget register entry. So we have reached to this step from the budget plan. I know that for the organizations that are not implementing budget planning, this will be the first step by uploading this through Excel or getting this data from external sources and just import it here. So if you are implementing budget planning, so everything will be done through the budget plans, and then the budget plan will be converted to budget register entry on this way. So that's all. Thank you for your time, and see you on another videos.